When you're solving word problems, make sure you read them very carefully. In this one, Carmen is a surveyor who is using a transit to determine the height of a tree. The transit is 52 meters from the base of the tree with an angle of 12 degrees, but it sits 1.8 meters off the ground. So from the ground to the height of the transit, where you put it, that's 1.8 meters. So that's important. So even though they've drawn a triangle here, the triangle hits the tree at the 90 degrees, not at the bottom of the tree, but 1.8 meters up the tree. So when we calculate this height, we're going to have to add the 1.8 meters so that we know the full height of the tree. Okay, and that's what they're asking us to do, determine the full height of the tree. So let's look at the triangle that we can see. I can just redraw it for you if you want. It looks something like this. And it has 12 degrees here, 52 meters here, and we need to determine the height. So from this angle in question, we are looking for the opposite side and we know the adjacent. So that means we're going to use tan, which is opposite over adjacent. The tan of 12 degrees is going to be equal to that portion of the tree divided by 52. Now in this case, the x is in the numerator, so it's important that I do cross multiply here so that I can get the x by itself. So that I've got 52 times the tan of 12 degrees to get x. And that's something we're going to punch right in our calculator. 52 times the tan of 12 degrees is 11.0529. So I'll leave it as 11.05 for now. So x equals 11.05 meters. Now, what they want though is the whole height of the tree. So we had to remember that this piece of equipment didn't sit flat on the ground. It was actually 1.8 meters off the ground. So to determine the full height of the tree, we have to add that 1.8 meters back. So when you add it back, I have 12.85 or 12.9 meters tall. So the tree is 12.9 meters tall. Part B says determine the angle the base of the transit makes with the top of the tree. Okay, so in this case, part B, they're asking for something different. They're looking for this angle at the top. So again, I'm just going to redraw the picture. Sometimes it can be confusing when the tree's actually in it. Now I'm looking for this angle. And in a situation like this, it didn't matter that the transit's off the ground or not. So there's a couple different things that you can do. So this is 52 meters, and this one we determined was 12.9 meters. One thing that you can do is use the rule that triangles are 180 degrees. So 180 degrees, subtract the angles that you know. I know the 90 degree and I know the 12 degree. So of course 180 minus 90 is 90, so you can start with 90 and then subtract the 12. So 78 degrees is the measure of that top angle. Although since you did know two side lengths and you already knew an angle, you could have used tan, opposite over adjacent, and that could have calculated that for you as well.